I think the ISB is one of the best kept secrets here in Seattle. We're a nonprofit biomedical research institute that has been doing world-changing science for the past 20 years. A key example of that is associated with the pandemic that we just went through. In March 2020, we launched with our partners at the Swedish Medical Center a several hundred patient study to follow patients from when they came in with a COVID-19 diagnosis all the way through to recovery. At the time, things like long COVID and the basic severity of what COVID-19 disease meant were unknowns. One of the reasons we were able to launch that study was because philanthropists, both foundations and individuals, stepped up and helped us get that study launched. Because they did that, and because we had a working study very early on, the federal government and Merck stepped in to help see the study to completion, leveraging the foundation and philanthropy money almost 10 to 1. In addition, we had patients that stepped up and gave of their time and their blood to really allow us to study at a crazy level of detail how this disease evolves over time. And there's a number of marquee publications that we put out, both defining what acute COVID-19 looks like and that you could actually anticipate which patients would develop long COVID when they came in for their initial COVID-19 diagnosis. Some things we've learned from our study that are also now launching us into new directions is that we're beginning to get a handle on sort of chronic long-term diseases. We see those type of long chronic conditions develop. That's really what long COVID is. But it also has lots of other guises. Diseases like lupus fall into that. Conditions like post-acute Lyme. For patients who are oncology patients, oftentimes they'll have chronic conditions termed chemo brain or things like this. Many of these chronic diseases affecting mental health, affecting respiratory health, affecting the people's ability to basically live happy, healthy lives. Another thing going forward is that much of the work we've done over the past 2 years we did with colleagues from all over the world. We shared samples, we shared data, we did it at lightning speed. We had patient studies approved with massive commitment from the patients, but also commitments from the healthcare systems to make them happen quickly and smoothly. We're going to come into this new world, the sort of post-pandemic world, very differently than we went into it. And I think it's a time of opportunity, but it's also a time in which we want to begin understanding how do we do science in this new world? How do we shape this new world with our science in a way that is more beneficial for patients, and is more beneficial for health caregivers, and basically just makes the world a better place?